fun.
A blunt force object. I don't know how words work.
Oh, I should tell my mom.
Blunt force.
Yes. Hi, Mom.
TPK.
Hello, people.
All right, I got my dice.
Oh, D&D
I
Beyond,
think
that might be useful.
I should
I
also
think-
retweet the link.
I think the link automatically gets retweeted, or no, it automatically gets tweeted. You then have to retweet it yourselves. And I'll just wait a second. to
Audio
see
recording.
if people are on YouTube and
Yeah,
can
and
hear
everybody
us.
record if you're not already recording.
Sunday
I am
afternoon.
not audio
Sunday
recording.
occasion.
I was so busy
Yeah.
with the screen.
Everybody record. Everybody get their character sheets open. I didn't even look. Many, if not all of you are on Roll20. Erica's recording the Zoom track. I am streaming.
I
and
have audio.
Rosemary is going to record the screen.
Oh, it's recording.
Which
And
might
if-
change a little bit in this one.
Our
But-
listeners that are on the live chat, if you can confirm that you can hear us, that would be great.
Mhm.
Yeah. that would be
Can
lovely.
anybody
Perfect.
hear Dan? If you can,
Audio and video
there's
are
no
good.
problem.
Always have to
Yes.
ask.
Your
Hi,
house
Dan.
may be haunted.
Dan's here?
Or you might be listening to multiple podcasts.
I
simultaneously.
did. I went for a walk right before doing this podcast, and I happened to see Dan. So
Nice.
What? You
What?
can just walk and see Dan?
I mean,
want
it's
that life.
unusual, but we live within a mile of each other. But we don't always leave our house, and it is very unusual to, especially in the world where you don't leave your house as much.
Right.
This was a rare wild
Dan sighting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, if I lived there,
Oh.
I would try and see Dan every day.
You'd be like, hi, Dan.
Whether you do it or not.
I don't think I've ever run into Annette in town, but she lives like several kilometers away. So that would be weird if I
What
just
is that
ran
in
into
miles?
her.
In miles, it's several miles.
It's like half of that.
It's a
like,
20-minute drive. I have to drive
Yeah.
20 minutes to get to it.
Okay, yeah, that's a little further than
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's a
used to
little
live.
creepier.
I live somewhat close to Dan. Don't
Right.
look those things up. I used to live, and then he moved for reasons. It's very close to Brian Hamilton.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
There's still
I
nothing
hate
to
to say it,
retweet.
but TP Kill did not tweet.
TP Kill did not tweet.
I don't think it
I
tweets
thought-
automatically.
I
think
thought
it's-
it maybe maybe it only does that with Dan's thing.
Maybe
Huh.
you're just thinking about the robot that automatically talks to people in the Slack.
I mean,
but
I get a
there's no-
lot of things wrong. All right, so
There
let's
was
see here.
it was automatically retweeting for a minute.
Oh, okay. I didn't-
Nothing that's automated ever breaks.
No.
Wait,
But-
breaking automations? I don't understand. This is not.
That was for you. I have tweeted a thing manually,
Yay.
like a
That is acceptable.
like a filthy robot. All right. So we have 5 people watching, which is pretty good for having not sent a link to anywhere. So we will get started in just a second. Today, live stream size bootleg, we are concluding Shemshime's bedtime rhyme. This may not be a very long session because either they'll all win or they'll all die. Is how it always works.
Just like real life.
Well,
Just
and
like
what I'm hearing is that we either all live or all die. There's no sense of the world. where
no in
we
between.
have some variation in there. So
So
as
you're
long
telling
as
me if I try to run away, it's not going to work.
Well, you are sealed in the
We're locked,
cemetery.
yeah, that might be
So-
difficult.
Cemetery, cellar.
Wow, Tony. Wow. Is that
Wow.
foreshadowing or what?
Wow,
That
I
was
think
some kind of slip.
Spoilers?
we
Yeah.
know what's going to happen now.
A cellar is just a pre-cemetery.
I mean,
Remind me not to visit you and go in your cellar.
right?
I don't have a cellar. I live on the 3rd floor. So you're
No,
you're
I don't have a
First and
cellar, I
second
have a
floor are your
cemetery.
cemeteries.
Yeah. Just watch out for the corpse hatch.
wait, what? I thought we found the bodies.
That's not a real thing in New England architecture, but it sounds like it could be. They just call it that. It's where potatoes get stored. All right, we're gonna do this thing. I'll move my mic into mic range like
listen
a
to you
podcaster.
now.
Yeah, Erica won't have to
Wow.
do as much editing now or
Much
amplification.
less.
All right. Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, he, him, Dungeon Master, here to play more of Total Party Kill, Candlekeep, Shemshime's Bedtime Right. That's right. We are dealing with the adventure where our adventures have been locked in a cellar to contain a magical musical curse from spreading to the rest of Candlekeep. Let's meet our players who are currently cursed. First off, it's Tiff Arment. Hi, Tiff.
Hi, I'm playing Paulie Quartz, a rock gnome druid, he, him, and I really I got a song stuck in my head. What can I say?
What can you say? Next up, it's Kathy Campbell.
Hi, Tony. I am she, her, and I am playing Hermione, a centaur fighter who can't stop dancing.
Okay, no more of that.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes, Erica.
It does reverb a bit more than your clapping before. Erica, just take that and loop that over the entire episode.
Yeah, right?
And then you'll never have to deal with complaints about the editing ever again. Also joining us, it's Rosemary Orchard. Welcome back, Rosemary.
Hello, I'm Rosemary Orchard, she, her, playing Tulip of Flaws, she, her, who last time got a little bit injured and this time is recovering, but apparently my hair turned purple as part of this. So
I will point out, not my fault you got injured. That was your quote unquote friends.
Sorry.
we're gonna see. I've got this song stuck in my head. Apparently it's doing weird things to people. We'll see what happens.
Next up, it's Erica Ensign. Hi, Erica.
Hello. Yes, Erica Ensign, she, her. I am playing Frittata, also she, her. Frittata is a Goliath barbarian who also has a song stuck in her head. Fancy that.
And last, but certainly not least, it's Aline Sims. Hi, Aline.
Like so many others, I have a song stuck in my head. I play Lapis, a Tabaxi cleric, and our pronouns are she, her.
Welcome back, players. So previously on Total Party Kill, Candlekeep, Shemshime's Bedtime Rhyme, you have been locked in Firefly Cellar by the Avowed, the librarians of Candlekeep, who are concerned that a musical plague has spread through the cellar, and they really don't want it to spread through Candlekeep because something like that happened a long time ago. All of you are basically inflicted with the magical musical curse that takes the form of this song about a not so nice creature, being, entity known as Shemshime. Very strange happenings have been happening in the, well, I guess that's what happenings do. They happen. Very strange happenings have been happening in the cellar. Misfortune has befallen yourselves as well as the other people sealed in here with you. You had been hunting for a book, a missing book that was titled Shemshime's Bedtime Rhyme, which seemed extremely relevant given the song stuck in all of your head. And when at the end of our last session, the book appeared in the hands of a blood-spattered child. That's right, Gilby, granddaughter of one of the librarians, showed up holding a book. She and the book generously coated in blood, and
Generously.
Gilby generously. No extensive.
So kind.
Yep. Gilby looking not so great, and I believe said something bad may have happened to Crinkle, the Kenku librarian here in Firefly Cellar. Anything else I need to cover in the recap to remind you about what's going on?
I think you need to define it generous coating of blood.
A lot, like significantly more than one would want to be not inside your body, I guess.
A non-zero amount.
A non-zero amount. I mean, like suggesting that whoever's blood this is probably in trouble. I would say a troubling amount of blood.
There we go. That sounds better.
Yeah. So, I mean, Gilby is a small child. It doesn't take as much blood to cover a small child as a centaur. I don't know.
What a technicality. My goodness. Well, I have a note to myself from our last episode saying to basically run at the kid and grab the book away.
All right. Do you want to do that? Past Erica? Do you want to?
Well, I you know what? Past Erica has steered me right a few times.
Other players
week,
who do you trust more? Past Erica, future Erica, or current Erica?
All the Ericas.
Yeah.
Well, but you got to pick one right now. Yeah. I don't know. I go with current Erica because that's the one that we have the most.
Well,
of.
and I think if we go with current Erica now,
Yeah.
they are also embracing past Erica.
Yeah, well,
which
current
means-
Erica. I trust current Erica, but current Erica trusts past Erica.
Yeah.
Also, there's
Canerica.
Also, there is a fox, and you can't leave the bag of grass with past Erica. Or
I think my next
anyway.
D&D character will be called Kernerica.
I love it. I love it.
Usually, you're
seems
only supposed to troll the
making note
dungeon
right here.
master and not other players, but I like this new trend.
Don't worry, we won't forget about you, Tony.
Thank you.
Right. I
right,
named
so-
a character after a coworker's baby and then
Wow.
never told the coworkers. So you can do whatever you want.
I definitely did that at one point. I named a character after somebody I played frisbee with. And I never mentioned it to him because I didn't know him that well, but I thought he had a really good name. In a way that was like, your name sounds kind of like a fictional character more than like a real person. Which
I had to
is
play as a
maybe-
character named Guy English. So
Oh,
that's good. That might be the next one. Then
no, but
Kernerica.
that's you gotta have the name that's believable.
Who's named Guy English? No.
Oh, that's
I will
too
tell you,
That's
I went to
obviously
high
fake.
school. I went to high school with a person who was named apologies, real person that exists out there in the world, Guy Man. And why would you do that to a child?
Oh
My
my
goodness.
gosh.
Also a killer D&D name.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, grab the
So
book.
you run over and take a book from a small child. I
It's
think
like
even
taking
if the
candy from a
child,
kid.
yeah, even if the child was not deeply traumatized and shell shocked, I think you as a Goliath barbarian would
8 feet
probably
tall.
would not have any difficulty doing this. So you have the book. Let me just. I think I
I'm
obviously
stepping away
showed
from
you
the child
book, and yet you take a
immediately,
step back.
just in case, like the book makes me want to beat something. It's not a child.
All right. You're holding the book.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the book is strange because it is not really, I mean, it looked bookish, right? But it actually seems to be of kind of a mechanical device more than a book. It probably of gnomish design, gnomes being people known for their fine craftswork. So
I'm a gnome.
yeah. So you would immediately know that.
Wait. Can I observe it and be like, I believe that's of gnomish design.
And so you do. In fact, and Polly, you also know, and only you know, that it is made of wood and copper. Yeah.
It's made of wood and copper.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
Not a
anyone-
copper made of wood, but wood
Yeah.
and copper, like, the stuff in the ground.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think that you need to know to be a gnome to notice that the book is square. It's basically 18 inches on each side. So it's a big boxy kind of book. And it's got kind of a strange silver kind of mechanical contraption kind of built into where the spine of the book would be. But it's almost a little bit more like, I don't know, like a box or something than a book per se.
Oh.
Wasn't
So-
it mentioned before that the book plays music?
I believe it was.
So,
So-
Do we believe this is a music box?
For Tata, it is your book.
Yeah, I am thinking about smashing it and jumping up and down on it. But I'm like, so you can all see me, like, I have the book in my hands and like the intelligence is sort of warring with the fact that I'm
Mhm.
really upset and I'm humming and I can't stop it. And I'm like, you can see sort of the gears turning in my head, not the book, and being like, should I smash this? Should I squeeze it with my very strong fingers into just like a whole bunch of pulp, or will that make things worse? I don't know. And I'm just sort of standing there, like, kind of frozen with indecision, and I'm not sure what to do. So anybody
Well-
else can step in.
While she's doing that, I want to. Can I tell where Crinkle is?
You do not know where Crinkle is. Nowhere in sight.
We know where some of Crinkle is.
We're guessing where some of Crinkle is because we don't know for sure that it's Crinkle's blood. But
maybe somebody should go downstairs and find out.
Okay.
Wait, are we sending the cat to find the bird? Really? Like, this is our plan? Go
I
find
mean-
the injured bird. Tabaxi character.
I
That is
don't.
an unfair stereotype.
Yeah.
I didn't say inaccurate stereotype, just unfair.
Cats are
I
very
apologize.
bad.
I'm very sorry.
Very bad at catching anything.
Mhm.
I think it's an all or nothing thing at this point. We all go or none of us go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Looking at the book, my arcana is
Yeah, I should
not
probably
great.
like roll something as I'm staring at
And
this
I
book
should
as opposed to just
probably help with that.
staring.
Do you want any help? We could all help.
You can-
I have
Sure.
+5 in Arcana if that
Sir,
helps.
so far you have taken a book from a
Oh, yeah,
child
the
and have
fairy
done
should
nothing
definitely.
else.
I got a 17 to an arcana check with rolling with advantage, accepting
Mhm.
help from
And I'm just going to perceive.
Mm-hmm. So you're looking at it. The book does have that kind of tingle of magical energy, suggesting that there's more to it than it being just a book. It's also seems visible to those of you who are relatively intelligent that the book has taken some physical damage, probably unrelated to being used as a weapon. It looks like there's some damage to the spine where like something looks like it's kind of like hanging off the book in a way where it should probably be connected.
Are there any feathers connected to the corner of the book? I'm just asking.
There are no feathers.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
I got a
And the
17.
blood
So
is
far-
fresh, right?
And
It's
yeah,
liquidy.
yep, the freshest of blood.
I
And
got
so
a 17
far,
to perception, and
Percept.
I am holding the book. So
the book does look damaged, and of course, so far none of you have opened the book. So you're just you are judging a book by its cover.
its cover.
I will tell you on the outside of the book, because you looked at it so carefully, there is this image. It's kind of a hand-painted rendering of a round millstone.
well, I am not. I was looking over my character sheet again. I'm very
Mhm.
smart, but I'm not terribly wise. So I'm going to open the book.
All right, you open the book. The book is as foretold. Does not really have pages so much as kind of like a wooden and clockwork diorama inside, and the book begins to play music. Allow me to show you what the book looks like inside.
I wonder what that music could possibly sound like.
Hmm.
The music is extremely familiar. Do you have the image of the
Oh,
inside
nice.
of the book
God,
there for you?
that's
Terrified.
and creepy. Yeah.
So there
Look
are
at the
four
ghosties.
little it's kind of like a pop-up book style illustration, but it's clockwork, and as the music plays, different parts of the little scene in front of you kind of animate and move. And the song is, of course, Shemshime's Bedtime Rhyme, which you have heard as sung to you by a horrible skull, but here it is just being kind of sung in music box format. What is the opposite of skull voice? See a mother scrying wheat, forgotten husband sleeping near. With one swing she took his feet, with another took his ear. Does the shadow have a name? Shemshime. Causes grief, avoids the blame. Shemshime. That's when that first scene is kind of animating. You can see that there's a mother scrying wheat and an unfortunate husband who's getting his feet chopped off. See a dog that knows how to heal, never heeds plea nor command. Mother gave a tasty meal. Dog chose instead to eat her hand. Does the shadow have a name? Shemshime. Causes grief, avoids the blame. Shemshime. That's that second scene. Third scene. See a son doing his chores, washing clothes for folks in town, fell into the river's roar, sank to the bottom and drowned. Does the shadow have a name? Shemshime. Causes grief, avoids the blame. Shemshime. And you see the scene of the boy falling into the river while a spooky purple spirit looks on. Now there is a fourth scene in the book, but when the book gets there, the song like starts to kind of make some like clicking, ratcheting noises, and then it just starts over at the start again.
All right.
Didn't we have to finish the rhyme? There was like a thing from
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
So we got to get this book fixed.
I am looking very closely at this book, and I realize that in the first 3 diorama pictures, Shemshime, this creepy spectral force, has this just really evil looking grin.
Yeah.
And
But in
how?
the fourth one, it's frowning, and it looks like it's being crushed under this millstone, and
Yeah.
you said it was a
Mhm.
millstone on the front of the book as well. So I feel
did.
like this book and song, using my noggin here, I think this is supposed to have a happy ending, but we don't have the ending right now, in part because it's broken. So maybe if we can fix the book and get it to play the end, it will have our happy ending, and then Shemshime will get out of our heads.
Can I
Oh,
do
love
a
it.
history arcana? I'm not sure which check to see if I know anything about like vanquishing spirits with millstones or something like
Mm.
that.
Do a history check.
All right.
I turn to Polly while you're thinking about this. I'm like, can you fix this? I apologize if this is totally racist, but it looks like this is gnomish material, and I'm wondering.
Your
I
hands, they're
am
so
a
tiny.
rock gnome.
And this song, it totally rocks.
And a millstone
Mm.
could be seen as a rock.
I feel very connected to this text. Not in the mutilation way, but the millstone way. Yeah. What might I roll to figure this out?
So it did look like there was some damage to the kind of music box part of the spine of the book, and so it would probably require somebody who is relatively dexterous to take some fine tools and try and repair this music box part of the book, such that the book will play the fourth and final scene.
Super not it.
Hmm.
I have big clumsy hands. They're made for smashing things, not fixing.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
Tulipa,
don't have
you
much
were
dexterity
rolling
either.
You were
yeah, so
rolling
I rolled
something about,
18. What 15 plus 3.
Usually there is not kind of I think any kind of specific linking between the idea of a millstone and evil spirits, but there is present throughout folklore various evil spirits that can only be defeated through some specific means, so that at least kind of rings true.
I have a spell called Mending.
Okay, seems useful.
So it says this spell repairs a single break or tear in an object you touch, such as a broken chain link, 2 halves of a broken key, a torn cloak, or a leaking wineskin. As long as the break or tear is no longer than 1 foot in any dimension, you mend it, leaving no trace of the former damage.
You might have to use it a couple of times.
You might need a couple times. There may need to be some precision use of mending, but I would say that would allow you to do it without, that kind of just happens as opposed to having to use your tiny little.
Yeah, because I have it as a cantrip and it's touch.
Okay.
And so it's at will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So should I
go,
at will some mending?
Yeah.
I think so.
All right. So why don't you scope out an area of the cellar to kind of set up to do some work, and you take out your various magical implements, and I don't know what the rest of you do, but maybe whether you want to be like right there to help out or
like
standing
guard
guard
to
your
help
distance.
out. To know if I can be of any magical
All right.
assistance with this.
Should choose a really well lit place so
Gilby.
you can see.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
is someone gonna check on Gilby?
I forgot about
Gilby's just
Gilby.
kind of standing at the top of the small blood-soaked child is just standing at the top of the stairs, basically like a piece of furniture at this point.
I think Tulipa had a very good
Repertoire.
Rapport.
Thank you.
Rapport.
Any of the
Repertoire.
reps. Tulipa's rep with Gelby is better than I think any of the larger scary creatures.
Yeah, because I'm minuscule.
Yes. And you
Although I
didn't
do
make
think
her
it
cry.
might be useful for Tulipa to take a very close look, like
because
at
she's
the
small. Yeah.
at the insides and stuff, and sort of point Polly toward, okay, that bit looks like it needs to connect to that bit.
Okay.
That sounds good.
And also my magic is kind of good, so it might help with that as well. I don't know if that can help, but I can check on Gelby.
Most little girls like ponies. I am more than willing to sacrifice my ego and pride, since I did, try to murder other members of the party. So I will sacrifice myself and see if Galeby would like a pony ride around the outside, because I'm not going to be particularly helpful with mending or like
You're all
putting
hooves,
things
got it.
together. I'm all hooves. I mean, I have hands, but they're not small. So I will take Gelby and we'll go for a ride around the outside.
And I will give
the
Gilby a
circle.
comforting smile and wave to encourage her that this is fine. You can go for a lovely
This is
pony ride.
fine. This happens all the time. It's just part of growing up in a horrible library. All right. So you set up your little workspace. It looks like you've pushed aside all the there are breakfast plates set in the middle of this room here, this table. And set out a little workspace. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is going to be challenging, Polly. It's going to require three uses of mending, and each time you do it, you're using this on this kind of magical book. There are going to be some there's going to be some risks to doing this, because as you're working with the book, Shemshime, the song gets kind of louder, and it's like it's being directly whispered into your ear. It is unsettling. Now, normally, if you were doing this kind of manually, I'd make you make dexterity checks, but I'm just going to say mending does them, right? And especially with the help of your friends, you're basically able to figure out what needs to be mended. But each time you try and mend the book, Shemshime kind of has the chance to get just a little bit closer to your brain. So I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh no. You got this.
All right. So the saving throws on the side there on the sheet, it says plus. That's what I'm looking at too, right?
Yep, that's what you're looking at.
All right. 17.
All right. You get kind of you're thinking carefully. You're focused. You hear the whispering of Shemshime's voice in your head. He's telling you, kill all your friends, but you are just kind of keeping past it. You do take a little bit of psychic damage, 7 psychic damage, but you keep going. Just a
little bit.
7 bit. Give me your second intelligence saving throw.
19.
All right, a little bit more, 7 more psychic damage. Shemshime is louder and more insistent. Cease playing with the book and kill your friends. Kill them.
Yeah, that's a really good
Mind
idea,
Slipper
Shemshime, but I'm probably not going to do that.
Yeah.
Does the book classify as a creature?
The book does not classify as a creature. It is also currently your friends are trying to fix the book. So
I was just wondering if I can psychically damage the contents of the book without physically damaging the book.
I would say that it does not look like there is a thing to physically target because Shemshime, it's unclear where Shemshime is right now.
Does anybody have inspiration to be able to shoot?
I have inspiration.
Okay, so good.
Okay.
So if you roll crappy, you can always just try it again.
Yeah,
I
was going to kind of save that. I have it left over from 1,000 episodes ago.
But you're gonna roll amazing.
Yeah, because
Here we go.
you're doing so great. You got this.
All right.
Polly, what's your current hit point total?
13.
All right.
Jeez, I don't have any healing, or I would do that.
Yeah, I don't either.
I mean, I'm mending. I probably can't heal myself.
All right.
At the same time, right?
Polly, third
wouldn't be
and
fair.
final intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Here we go. Oh.
Can you use that
8.
inspiration? Use that inspiration.
All right. What do I do? How do I use that?
You just roll it
Just
again.
roll it again.
Okay.
That 8
And your
never
inspiration
happened.
vanishes.
You got it. Oh, okay. 11.
Yeah,
A little better.
that's
Better.
better than 8.
It is better than 8, but it is not good enough. You
Oh,
do
shoot.
the final kind of repair to it. But Shemshime is just screaming in your ears, and it is overpowering. And you take 14 psychic damage.
Oh, Shemshime, no.
It's okay.
What was the
It's
last
all
thing
right.
I said?
But the
Right.
book
Yeah, I got the
is
little XEI
repaired.
dude. I'm
Yeah.
I'm out.
Somebody said it's
dear.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm
it's all right.
curious. All right.
I'm just gonna walk over to Polly. I'm just gonna lay a hand on his shoulder And I'm just going to say, you know, I trust that Osiris knows that this is not your time. And Polly is stable, 0 hit points, but doesn't have to roll any
Death saves.
All right.
So,
All right.
I can't
the-
get you up, but I can at least do that.
I have bird pipes, so I can attempt to play a discordant tune to the Shemshime rhyme if that might help Polly. I don't know if that would help.
Well, what's happening
Potentially-
right now that the book is mended? Is it still stuck in our head? Has it
Right.
stopped?
The book
Is the book
starts
playing
to
a song?
the book is playing the song again. But this time, when it gets to the fourth stanza, the fourth scene animates. In the fourth scene, you see a little girl standing by a millstone, and she looks excited. And there's a purple spirit being kind of crushed by the millstone. And the lyrics of the song go, "See a daughter grinding grain, wish the spirit's time was through. Trap set for the shadow bane. Her millstone killed it true." And then it starts playing the song over again. I'll just put the text of that into the chat in case that's
All right. I feel like everybody needs to just start singing that out loud.
And we
All
just
together now.
happen to have a little girl as
Mhm.
well available to sing with us.
Can we
So-
hear you all sing that final verse, or say?
I don't
that
think
final verse?
I'm out. I can't sing, right?
Yeah, you don't
No,
have to.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
Before we do that, is there anything that anyone can do to get Polly back up
Um,
that you may wish to
I
do
have
before you
rations.
sing a-
Would you like?
sing a
Would you like
verse?
some jerky?
Would you like
Do
a
I
snack?
have-
So Polly's not dying, but do we have any other healing? Do we have any healing potions?
I
This
don't
is
have
a
any healing potions.
Check all your abilities, inventories,
Yeah.
everything.
I was the healer.
I have a water skin. That is not helpful.
I've got nothing.
Avenge me.
You're not
I've-
dead yet.
I have holy water. That's not helpful.
I keep thinking that Lapis is stuff, but Lapis is the other kind of cleric. The,
Yep.
like, murder undead kind of cleric.
Is there any? I'm going to roll. Let's see, an intelligence check to see if I remember seeing anything around the library in the kitchen
Roll an intelligence
or
check.
someplace else. Oh, that's real crappy. What is my intelligence?
Could I help with that? Maybe.
Yeah.
Is it too
roll-
late to help with
I
that?
hope so.
No,
I hope
roll
you
with
can.
We
advantage.
start like talking about everything
Yeah.
that we've
Okay.
seen.
In the kitchen, there's
better.
some bottles of milk, and then in the other room, there's some. Okay, and I get 20.
All right, much better. You remember that, in fact, in this room, right by the stairs, there was a little like emergency panel
First aid kit.
compartment. Yeah, and you run over there and you knock it open, and it's got a bottle of drinking water, a couple days worth of rations, and the most basic of healing potions.
Oh,
it.
I grab it. And
All right, you
bring it
can
over.
administer a healing
Administer.
potion to somebody else as an action.
Yep.
This is the most basic of healing potions, but Polly, you regain 2d4 plus 2 hit points.
Ooh, do I get to roll it because I did the
Yeah.
the thing? All right. So that's a 4 and a 2. So 8.
All right, you regain 8 hit points from 0. And this is mainly done so that Tiff doesn't just have to watch the rest of the episode.
DM is
Oh,
very
my God,
definitely
thank
not
you.
helping us
So
here.
that
at
would
all.
that would be
supportive.
set. And, you know, 8
any
points is not going
library-
to get
But
you
I
a
feel
long way.
better.
Don't spend them
Any-
all in one place.
Any library worth
know.
its salt has a good first aid
Yeah.
kit sitting
Yeah.
around. So this is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know,
Books
you're
are
not,
heavy.
let me say, if you were in combat, you were going to be real in trouble, but you know, you're spending some time. All right. You've regrouped, you have repaired the book, and I think you have a plan about what you're going to do next.
Shall we sing together?
Let's let it play through once so that Polly can hear it, and then we can like
And
on the
Gail
next
B
go
should-
around.
Be
Yep.
encouraged to sing along as well.
All right.
All right, is everybody ready?
Let's do it.
Yep.
All right. This is not going to work because Zoom does not put everybody in time, but it
Nope.
doesn't matter. Just go.
Nope. Okay.
Mhm.
See a daughter
Daughter
grinding
grinding
grain.
Grain,
Wish
the
the
spirit's
spirit's time was
through.
through. Perhaps at
Perhaps
for
at
the
the
shadow
shadow
bane.
Bane.
Her
millstone
millstone
killed
killed
it.
it.
Don't kill the
True.
true.
The book.
Shime, shime, shime.
Shemshime.
Perfect.
And
The
Sean.
book on the table trembles It snaps shut. You hear all of the little gears in the music box just spinning. There's kind of a weird squealing noise coming from it. It starts clicking, and then, as if steam being forced out of a kettle, there is black smoke shooting out of the sides of the book. Smoke that starts to take the shape of a form, perhaps a person, perhaps the evil creature known.
Shemshime.
I attack it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
roll
Duck out
initiative.
behind a bookcase with 6. It's fine.
Let me just find the art of Shemshime.
Super not waiting.
Yep.
Instant
Got
rage.
it.
I attack. Boom, boom.
All right.
Oh,
Oh,
Yes.
spooky.
Yeah,
It's
Shemshime
a-
is basically a shadow smoke monster, Just
With
imagine
glowing
eyes.
red eyes.
glowing red
Love it.
eyes. And Shemshime is just going to be standing basically on the table. And I don't know. I think people should roll initiative. That's just a feeling I have.
Oh, I
Yeah.
did. I'm just waiting for the place
know.
to put it.
Please,
Okay.
please provide the thingy.
Initiative. All right.
I
How
mean,
is
I
the
think
bit
some of
that
us
I
have
edit out?
initiative. Amount of initiative is to be determined.
Why isn't it? Oh, there may be multiple things in there. There totally are, because I did
Can I?
that
That means I
wrong.
get to go twice. That's
Yep,
canon.
yep.
Canon. Yep.
Damn it.
All right. Is everybody in there, including little Anthony? All right.
yeah, little Anthony's.
It's not letting me update. Oh no, it does.
I see that you're there
Because I
at 18.
Yeah,
All right.
because I complained,
And-
it let me update it.
Yeah.
All right. And
Yeah, it's
Shemshime
hard when
has rolled
Multiple
a 12.
people are doing it at the same time.
Yeah, it'll only
Yeah.
accept one at a time.
Okay.
All right.
That's what I
Are those
thought.
your current initiatives, or are people still entering?
Mine is
things?
correct.
Still entering.
Mine is correct.
All right.
All right. Paulie and little
Ooh.
Anthony are good. Now we
Nice.
waste our good rolls.
Yep.
I know.
Hey.
I
All right.
didn't. Don't worry. I'm here.
So, I see
Hold
for
on, I have
initiative
a-
order. Oh,
I have a question about the table itself. It looks like Shemshime appeared on the side of the table where the book was not, so I'm confused about.
all right. How about there? Is that?
Just because, yeah, if Polly was working on it, Polly
Yeah, yeah.
dropped. Okay.
I just
I
dropped
just-
the token on the table.
I don't want to
You-
have to run all the way over there. That's not
I
my
know
goal.
that's really far.
It's 10 feet, people.
Yeah, but you have to go around.
You have to go
so it's
around
farther.
the table.
All right. Shemshime materializes in melee range with Frittata. Is that what you need to hear, Erica?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Let's just check here on the initiative order. I see that it is Lapis at the top, followed by Polly and little Anthony, then Tulipa, then Frittata. Shemshime didn't roll great on initiative, just barely beating out Hermione at the end. Now, Shemshime is a evil smoke monster spirit. And I think I'll just tell you now so that you're not surprised later. It's possible that he will be resistant or even possibly immune to some kinds of damage because he is basically a spooky, shadow ghost.
I've read about
Um,
things like this.
Yes. As this happens, the book drops back to the table in front of you, Polly, and flips open, and the scene inside the book has changed. It's no longer the 4 scenes with Shemshime, haunting a family and then being destroyed by a millstone. It's just one scene of Shemshime, and it specifically Shemshime and all of you as little, chibi animated cutouts
Mhm.
in
Nice.
Firefly Cellar, being tormented by Shemshime.
That's not creepy at all.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So we'll go with Lapis first.
Hmm. All right. All right. I think the first thing I want to do is put it at a bit of a disadvantage. So we're going to start with everybody's favorite, Bane.
Woo!
Yay.
Oops, I didn't mean to. Sorry, I'm having roll 20 issues. All right, so I cast Bane upon Shemshine,
Mhm.
and he or it must make a charisma saving throw. If he fails the saving throw, he will have a disadvantage, D4 disadvantage on an attack roll or any attack roll or saving throw. And yeah, he is not very charismatic, as one might imagine.
He is actually very charismatic.
No, he's not.
He's
He
just
is.
really sucky at rolling.
It's one of his best things. I rolled an 11 plus 3 is 14. I don't know how much I had there roll.
Crud. It was a 14.
All right. Shemshime, hey, they made a book about him. That's how great he is. That's not why they made the book, but that's what he thinks.
It was a good try. It was a good try.
Shemshime stares at you with the two little glowing red dots in his smoky face that are his eyes and, is not impressed. Anything else, Lapis?
I glare at him. Like
All
the way
right.
cats do.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
unimpressed cat.
Does he get a cold
Polly,
chill?
Team Polly / Team Little Anthony is next.
All right, I'm gonna be a little bit selfish here, and I'm gonna use Healing Word on myself.
Good.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Please.
And I'm
You-
gonna
Go
use
for
it
it.
as a second level spell, so I get
Do
some
it.
extra.
You
Yeah,
got to be
yeah,
alive to
that's
heal other people.
Yeah.
So,
So that's a 2d4.
Or to use your magic to kill this thing
so
that might not be
Yeah.
killable by other means.
4 and 1. So I did that. Heal. Heal. That was my healing word. Okay.
all right.
Um,
What about Little Annie?
Hold on one sec. I'm trying to heal myself.
Okay.
Let's see. 3 plus 4, 3, 4,
7.
5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now back at 19. Okay, we're good.
Yay.
Little Anthony is going to, let's see. How can what can he do that might be good on a shadow?
Well, we don't
What kind
know.
of attacks does he have?
He has
And-
biting. He can change into a wild shape, go invisible, and he could scare something.
He might just try biting it. I mean,
Yeah,
just
I mean, I
see.
don't think scaring is necessarily.
He
gonna
He can also
work.
he generally poisons things when he bites too.
he's a magical creature himself, so it's possible that his teeth will work better than like my maul.
Yeah.
Do you think we can scare Shemshime, or Shemshime does the scare?
I mean, that's
he's the one who
that's his
scares.
thing.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, he's just going to try and bite him.
All right. I forget where Little Annie is.
He is a bat currently.
Oh, he's a bat, and he's
Yeah.
basically
He's
more or less
directly above us.
directly above all of you and Shemshime. So
Yeah. So I think he's going to
Dive bomb.
take him. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a move, like a dip down, like kind of
Swoop.
try and
I-
go
if
through his
he's,
shadow and bite him, and then go back up.
Would there
Yeah.
be a possibility of also dropping some bat poop on Shemshine's head? Just because
He'll do that as a free action. He'll definitely.
Mm,
Okay, so attack for a. What the heck do I roll for him? Just a regular D12, right?
D20.
Yeah, yeah. Sure, that one.
Yeah. the big one.
That's what
Four
I
sides.
meant.
Yeah.
higher numbers.
Yep.
All right, he rolled a 17. So
So you hit Shemshime with a 17 or
Mhm.
17 plus math is maybe where you were headed. You definitely hit Shem. So Shemshime, the shadow nature of Shemshime has an armor class, so it's the same kind of thing to hit him. The question is, will the damage do anything depending
and the
on
target
type
also
of
must
damage?
succeed on a DC 10 Constitution saving throw or take 5 poison damage, or like the 2d4
Yeah,
poison
yeah.
damage.
I will tell you, Shemshime doesn't bother to do that. He does not care about being poisoned because he does
Okay.
not have blood. What kind of damage does does Polly's bite or whatever he's doing do?
It's a 1d4 plus 3 piercing, so that's 4
All right.
plus 3 piercing, 7 piercing damage.
All right. Polly takes like a chunk out of Shemshime's shoulder.
You mean
and, like,
little Anthony?
Sorry, little Anthony. Important distinction.
Very
Little
important.
Polly
Anthony
got a little bitey.
Yeah. Little Anthony in bat form swoops down and just kind of like dive bombs through Shemshime / takes a bite out of him, and some of the shadows like wisp away with and into nothingness as Little Anthony does that. But it doesn't seem. I mean, it's a little bit like Little Anthony just attacked the water, right? So it feels like probably not as effective. Shemshime looks a little less solid than he did a moment ago, but not particularly phased by it. This is the way that a dungeon master implies to you that you did some damage, but not as much as you thought you did.
Maybe approximately half.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aline has played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons with Cody Sibilar. It's true. All right. Tulipa Floss, I think you're next. For Tata, get ready.
All right. I am going to use my cantrip Toll the Dead. Because that seems like an appropriate thing.
Mm-hmm.
So Shemshine is within range. I can see Shemshine because I'm a fairy. I'm floating, kind of like hovering by the bookcase, so I can easily dock back down. So I point, and the sound of a Dolores bell fills the air around Shemshine. And he needs to succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
All right. He gets
and because he's missing hit points, if he does not succeed, it's a d12 of necrotic damage.
He has +4 to his wisdom saving throw. I have rolled a 5, +4 is 9. I don't think that is
not gonna do it, I'm afraid.
Yay.
So I get to roll a d12, which is, something. That's a d12. And I need to click the roll button, otherwise it doesn't actually do the thing. And I've done 9 damage.
Nice.
What kind of damage was it?
Necrotic damage.
I will tell you, Shemshime looks completely unfazed by that.
Yeah. Shoot, I was wondering.
I was not sure if necrotic was going to do anything, but it was the best.
We're
only
learning.
one way to learn. Yeah, only one way to learn was to find out. So far, just to help you keep track, he was not poisoned by Little Antony. He did not seem as affected by being bitten by Little Antony, which I believe was piercing. And he necrotic seemed to have 0 effect. So 0 effect for poison or necrotic, limited effect.
With a fireball.
We don't know what fire, unknown so far.
Then we should try something psychic.
That was my alternative. I went with necrotic.
There's
damage.
You didn't know until
I was on necrotic before that too.
You never know. I mean, he lives in a book. There's a lot we don't know.
Yeah.
his nature. So anything else, Tulipa?
I'm unfortunately not bonus action friendly. So
all right.
No, I'm 2 pocket size.
For Tata, you're next.
Have I heard anything, or can I tell, just because looking at it and stuff I know, is this potentially a fiend or undead?
I think that you could probably can give me an intelligence check.
Sure. That is, what does that say? 13 plus 2, 15.
I would say that the combination of the kind of ghostly, shadowy nature of it, and the fact that it took no damage from Toll the Undead suggests that to you that it is an undead, malevolent spirit. So it is specifically undead. Yeah.
In that case, I got a bottle of holy water with its name on it. Yep.
Lovely.
Yeah. So I'm basically going to take the bottle of holy water, flip it around like barroom style, and smash it over the head of this thing.
Yes.
All right.
With style.
Wow.
Yep. Barroom brawl. I am so good at that. I'm also raping.
And she gets style points for that?
Yeah.
You gain
there's definitely bonus points for style.
Yes, you get inspiration for smashing somebody with a bottle of holy water. Now, do you need to roll to attack Shemshime with this bottle of holy water? How does this work, Erica?
It says for holy water, as an action, you can splash the contents of this flask onto a creature within 5 feet of you, or throw it. But I'm not doing really technical either of those. But you have to make a ranged attack if you're throwing it. I'm not.
So this is just a dramatic splash, is what we're saying.
I mean, I could. You can treat the holy water as an improvised weapon. So, I mean.
I'm willing to say that you've splashed it.
Yeah, I feel like if I hit it and it breaks, like there's no way for the holy water to go anywhere
miss
else.
him. Yeah.
Yep. So what happens?
It takes 2d6 radiant damage.
Okay, just consulting. This doesn't look great for him.
All right, so that is 6 radiant damage.
All right, you get the sense that all of that damage happened to Shemshime.
Yeah,
wonderful.
All right. Shemshime looks is shadowy spectral spirit there, looking kind of gloomy and annoyed at all of you. definitely looks a little less corporeal than when he first kind of hissed his way out of a book. And I think he's going to go down unless Frittata something else is happening.
Well, I mean, I'm raging, so I get +2 damage with melee damage with strength weapons. I don't know how that would work for a bottle of holy water because I think it's just the water that's doing the
I
damage.
think it's just the water that's doing the damage.
I mean, you could be stabbing him with the remains of the glass bottle.
Okay. Let's see.
Very minimum.
There are a
for
lot of people that are
effect.
close to me, so I'm not going. Oh, and I already used my bonus action, so maybe next time I will do something different. But for now, I will just stay like right next to it, all up in its grill. Maybe I will
All right.
take a step over here, so nobody else is next to me.
Well, Shemshime focuses his terrifying little red dot eyes on you, Frittata, as you are the one who has done the most damage to Shemshime so far. And Shemshime is muttering something. It's weird because Shemshime has no visible mouth, but there is sound originating from somewhere in its general face idea, and it's just going, and you hear this kind of echoing, howling babble inside your head. Frittata, I need you to make a DC 13 wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy, that's not my strength. Let's see how that goes. I got a 14. No, 15. 15.
15. You beat it. You take
Yay.
only 10 psychic damage.
Great. Okay.
And I don't have to read the rest of the paragraph of bad things that would have happened to you.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
So Hermione, you're at the end of the order. You're next. Lapis is getting ready.
All right. I am going to. Okay, so with the option charge as a bonus action, but I move and it would attack on the same. Okay. Okay, I'm going to run with Galeby. Can I toss Galeby off my gently?
Yes.
Remove her from my
gently.
back.
Oh yeah,
the
there.
bookshelf. Just
You
set her
were
on the
you
top
were
of the
doing
bookshelf.
laps of the library, and you knew that there was like a little children's reading corner, and with a bunch of beanbag chairs.
Yeah.
And you
Perfect. Yes. Did that.
gently buck her into a.
And then I'm going to run forward and
no more harm to children in this
Yes,
adventure.
yes.
We have hit our quota.
thank freaking goodness. I am going to attack with my whip so we can see what slashing damage does. First, let's see, 15 plus 6 is 21, right?
21 will hit a Shemshime.
More than enough to hit. And so I'm going to roll my D4. 2 plus 4 is 6.
You get the sense that it did not do 6 damage.
Right, but it did some.
It did some.
Okay.
You whip through Shemshime with your kind of barbed viney whip, and it like lashes through him, and kind of again, it's like you're like attacking water as it's too easy. There's not enough resistance, but some of the wisps of Shemshime are kind of dispersed into the air by it. There's a little less smoky monster in front of you.
Cool. Well, because I did charge forward, I would also like to use my charge and immediately make a hooves attack as a bonus action.
All right. Do you think Smoky Monster, is that a good eyeshadow name or a bad eyeshadow name?
Yes.
Awesome.
Good.
Oh, I think it's a
Very
great
good.
I love
one.
it.
All right, just
Not
checking.
chuggy at all.
Not chuggy.
Thank you.
Yeah. 17 to attack.
17 attacks with your hooves.
Yep. And
or hits specifically, I guess.
Yeah. And another 6 bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning. You get the sense that you are doing some damage, but not all of the damage to
Hard to kill a
Shemshime.
shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of incorporeal. So you
We
get
will
the
do
sense
what
that
we
basically
can.
all of your so far, I think you've determined that some of your non-physical things did no damage, and your physical things did half damage. And holy water is real great. Well, for you, not for Shemshime. So anything else, Hermione?
That is all.
All right, Lapis is next.
Friends, Guess what kind of damage your necromancer does?
Necrotic damage.
Necrotic damage.
Necrotic damage. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any? Do you have like a mace or a stick or a rock or anything?
I do, but
Claws?
first, I'm gonna glare at this jerk face and I'm gonna
Nice.
be like, my dude,
Yeah.
I don't like you. And you are baned.
Yes.
Please roll another charisma saving throw.
All right. Shemshime has +3 to charisma. Shemshime rolls a critical fail.
Yeah, you
Shemshime-
do.
Yeah.
All right, Shemshime. So you get minus D4 to any attack or rolls or saving throws.
All right. I am gonna try and
Goodness.
remember that.
Me
So
too.
I'm sorry. It's Shemshime. So it's 2 attacks.
Attacks
saving
and saving rolls. Yeah.
Saving throws. Got it. Okay. That may come up more than the. Has Shemshime done an attack so far?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he did an attack that made somebody else made a saving throw. So
Correct.
yeah. Okay. Anything else, Lapis? That was big.
I wish it was more than a D4, but no. That's all I can do. I will try to hit him next time.
All right. Paulie.
All right, I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace. So everybody in the room gets a +10 bonus to their dexterity and stealth.
Nice.
So a veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection for the duration. Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a +10 bonus to dexterity, specifically stealth checks, and can't be tracked except by magical means. The creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no trace or other traces of its passage. So I am going to cast that. Hey, you smoke man, try and find us now. Yeah.
Nice. I think little Anthony is next. Still in bat form, I assume.
Yeah, and he's super stealthy. So yeah, he's just gonna try and bite again since that seemed to work. And he got a 4, so he definitely misses.
Shemshime kind of, dodges ghostly out of the way as little Anthony dive bombs. All right. Tulipa Floss, you're next.
All right. Physical damage seems to be reliable to an extent. And considering the other options available to me, I'm going to go with
You don't have anything
Cloud
that does
of
psychic?
Daggers. I mean, I could try the psychic, but I've got Cloud of Daggers where I could do 4d4 of damage.
Which would do half.
Right.
Yeah.
And how much
Um,
psychic damage can you potentially do?
It's 1d6.
Which would all get through. So yeah, it sounds like it's kind of a wash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know for sure that it would all get through. It might be.
It might be a have to.
immune to
Yeah.
psychic
Yeah.
damage too,
Yeah, that's the
or
problem.
it might be vulnerable to psychic damage, in which case it would do double. We don't know.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
maybe for this,
I'll try
turn
I'll
to
try this
Try the
Mind
psychic
Sliver.
just to
For
see.
science.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to try Mind Sliver, driving a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of Shemshime.
Okay.
So he will need to make an intelligence saving throw.
All right. He's going to make an
-1d4.
minus 1d4. Let's see if it even matters. I have rolled. It's not going to matter.
A
I rolled a 3.
-1.
Nice.
Yeah. So 3 plus Shemshime's. Shemshime is very good at saving throws. He gets +5, so that brings it to 8. Minus a d4 is wow, 7. And I suspect I had to do much higher than that, right? Tulipa?
Just a little bit. Just a
Yeah.
little
All
bit.
right.
I am
So-
rolling our d6, and I've got good news, people.
Mhm.
It came back with a 6.
Nice.
You get to
Yay.
find out whether or not this does anything.
It does 6 psychic damage.
Okay.
to Shemshime.
Yay.
Shemshime grasps his smoky, ghostly head with his smoky, ghostly hands and looks shaken by this situation,
But not
and
stirred.
not stirred, and is slightly less corporeal than before. You could say that if he had any blood, he would be bloodied. He looks
Nice.
he looks unwell. Yeah,
That is very good to know.
yeah. Anything else?
Sadly, no.
Hey, that was good though.
All right,
Yeah,
Really
that's
good.
great.
Frittata, you are next.
All right. I have been around. I've made a sort of a study of magic and magical creatures and things. So I'm wondering, I'm holding in my hand here this, like basically the broken neck of a holy water bottle. Holy water, which
Yes.
is a magical thing. So I know that the bottle itself is not magic, but it was holding something magic for a long time. So I am wondering, based on all of my knowledge and my extensive reading, do I think I could use this as a shiv to possibly do actual full damage?
I'm gonna say I don't think so. I think
Okay.
you would need to have like a I think if you need to have a weapon that had been like blessed.
However, would it be possible, since the glass was holding the holy water for a long period of time, and when you take a bottle and you break it, there tends to be remaining
There's a little
drops
bit.
of
There's a
holy
little
water.
bit. There's a little bit in there. I'm just saying. I think that yeah. There's just a little bit.
Okay. All right. Well, I feel like my maul will probably serve me better at this point. So I'm gonna just
Yeah,
like
probably
drop the,
than an improvised weapon.
Yeah, I'm
you know?
I'm tossing the neck of the bottle then,
Mhm.
and I'm going to pull out my maul and just do an overhand. Let's see, everybody's still too close to me to throw out my aura.
Sorry.
So that's right. It's 10 feet, which
Yeah.
could be good, but not when there's this many people around. So I will just try to swing at it. And I am raging. Let's see. That doesn't actually help with the attack. It just helps with the damage. So here goes nothing. Swinging at it with a maul. Rawr! That is 20.
That'll hit.
All right. Let's see about the damage. And it's bludgeoning damage. It's not a
Mhm.
magical maul. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bludgeoning damage.
Which becomes 6 bludgeoning damage.
Which is still like
still
That's
something.
not nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, my
No,
maul does
it's not
2d6
nothing.
plus 3, so it's a big heavy maul. I have probably also just like smashed that table a little bit too.
Yeah, just
Uh-huh.
Are we still
Oh, wait.
concerned about property damage at this stage of the adventure?
Was I ever? No.
Yeah.
Also, actually, plus 2 melee damage because I forgot this is a start.
All
so
right.
that- give it one more.
One more.
that gets-
Every
Shem-
little bit.
Shemshime is looking kind of. I mean, it's not really clear if he has heals, but it knocked back on his shadowy leg things. He does not look great. He does not look as intimidating and as collected as he did when he first boiled out of that book. He's
Good. Well, I've just
yeah.
gotten his attention. I'm like smashing him. I'm right in his face. I'm like screaming with rage. Rawr! So I hope he's still paying attention to me.
All right. Shemshime is next, and Shemshime he's whispering as he continues to mutter himself. So violent, so angry. Why not turn it upon each other? Shemshime is going to target Frittata and Hermione with whispers of violence. I need a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw from Frittata and from Hermione.
Well, I'm going to use my inspiration to
Good
reroll
choice.
that. So, I still didn't make it. I only got an 11.
All right.
I got a 17.
All right. Frittata, you take 7 psychic damage,
Okay.
and you are compelled by Shemshime to
Uh-oh.
attack with your maul, Hermione.
Ugh. Yikes. I don't like to do that, but I don't have a choice. I'm sorry.
I mean,
So-
if to be fair, it's karma.
Don't forget,
I did try
Hermione
to attack you
has-
before.
Hermione has plus 10 to dexterity.
But that's only for stealth, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
You are not attempting to hide from Frittata. You could
Yeah.
later if you wanted, and you'd be real great at it.
Probably should. But that's okay.
I'm
I
trying to make
rolled-
my turn useful.
Yeah. Well,
My, my natural 1 on the die shows that deep down I did not.
You did not want
hate
to.
you. Yeah,
No
so
heart.
it just goes right past.
nice. All right.
Haha.
All right, that was Shemshime's turn. Hermione is next, followed by Lapis.
So I don't want to ask the question, but I feel like our listeners want to make sure, but even because I succeeded, don't I also take damage?
Not on this one, no.
Not on
That
this
was
one. Okay.
the attack that did only targeted one person. Yes.
Okay, but because it was split.
That was Howling Babel. This is Whispers of Violence.
Okay,
Totally different.
Clear, obviously, obviously, I knew that. I was just making sure that our audience knew that too.
No,
Those are my two favorite bands.
Yeah, different spell. But thank you for trying to keep me honest.
Okay,
there.
cool. I would like to use my short sword to attack Shemshime.
All right.
18 plus 6 is gonna hit.
Yep.
The maths.
Yep. We don't do math on 18s.
Nope. And then let's see. I got a 4 plus 4 is 8, which is 4. It's fine. And
That's
then
probably slashing damage.
Piercing.
All right. You slice and dice through Shemshime. More kind of wisps kind of separate from his main form with your sword. He does not look well.
Okay, great, because I'm also going to take my whip and also hit it with an 18.
Okay.
Nice.
And then for too many dice.
Never.
Said no one
Those
ever.
words don't make sense.
Yeah. And let's do 2 plus 4 is 6.
I will tell you. You have attacked with your sword, and you clearly did damage to him. Shemshime looks severely depleted. You attack again with your whip, and your whip it's like before you were like attacking the water, and there was like at least a little bit of resistance. This time, it's just like you're attacking air. Like there is there's still the shadowed outline of Shemshime there. You still see his beady little red eyes floating in the darkness of that shadow in front of you. But it's like you like nothing happened. Your whip moves through him without resistance. Those beady red eyes glare back at you.
Well, I'm glaring at him too and going.
All right. Let me just check. We are at the end of the initiative order. I will tell you, you're real close to the end of this adventure. I'm thinking probably normally we would do an episode break here, but I'm thinking probably that's not worth doing.
No, it's
Yeah.
better to
Let's-
do longer.
Let's
Okay.
just get
Do-
it.
episode.
Do you need a player break, or are we okay to keep going?
I'm okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Okay. All right. So we'll keep going. Erica will edit out that whole little interchange. So,
Yep.
All right, let us keep going. We are back around at the top of the order. It is Lapis. So just to remind you, the last thing that Frittata did to Shemshime seemed to have zero effect.
Oh, that was Hermione.
That was Hermione.
The last thing that Hermione did to Shemshime seemed to have zero effect.
So, what kind of damage does a whip do?
Slashing.
Slashing. Do we feel like piercing damage is doing approximately half damage? Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it
See,
was, but something might
you
have
it-
changed.
I think it's fair for you to conclude that something changed because I believe you
We
had
can just
done
see the
slashing
eyes now,
damage
right?
before.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think it was the slashing damage so much as his hit points got to a certain level, probably.
Or physical damage is
Or
just not
physical.
working at all anymore.
Yeah.
or-
Yeah, lack of corporeal form.
So basically, Frittata and I are here to take the damage
Mhm.
while
Tank
hopefully
it.
something else can provide.
Mhm.
I'm gonna stick with psychic. One.
Yes.
That happens. But
So, Lapis.
Maybe suddenly necrotic damage will work, or maybe it would heal him. So never mind.
Oh, yeah.
That would be bad.
we didn't need to think about that.
Don't have anything.
Can you is it possible to swap your turn with someone?
Not really. If you delay, no, nothing happens.
Okay.
Yeah, there is. You can it's not. That's not exciting for Lapis. So you can always take the dodge action, which basically makes you harder to hit. But I think Shemshime has not targeted you recently. That is always one of those. If you're, this is the part where I'm offering advice for other people in completely different situations. If you're completely unsure what you can do, the dodge action at least makes it hard for you to get hit for the next round.
So basically, I have a crossbow, which does piercing damage. I have a mace, which does bludgeoning. I have spells that do necrotic damage. I have Bane, which already applies.
Can
So
you double Bane?
The old double Bane.
So
the worst Batman movie I've ever seen.
I can heal myself for a little bit of points, but I can't heal anybody else. So I don't really have.
I mean, you're kind of close, so it might be, if you are
Back away
missing
and-
hit points, it might be worth healing yourself. Just in case.
You also might
Yeah.
want to move a little farther away from Frittata, because even if people are close and nothing else is working, I might just try igniting my fire aura.
Yeah. And you might try attacking me for some reason.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Or me, like
Mhm.
too.
I mean, you could try the crossbow. Like, we don't know for sure exactly what's happening.
Yeah, that's true.
Aim for the beady little red eyes.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that. I'll back. No. I will try the crossbow and then I will back up. Because it doesn't hurt anything for me to try, I guess. Yeah, does a 6 hit?
A 6 does not. You kind of stumble.
Wow.
There was a pile of books behind you from when you were all looking for copies of Shemshime's bedtime rhyme. You kind of stumble, and the arrow hits a bookshelf above Shemshime's head.
All right.
Bonk.
Well, I'm backing up. I want to be able to see still, but yeah, that's my unhelpful turn.
All right, Paulie.
All right. I'm going to cast Shillelagh
Mm-hmm.
and impugn my weapon with some magic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make my club stronger with that spell.
Yep.
And oh, great. It's a cantrip. So it's not even a spell. All right. And so I'm going to
It's a kind of
swing-
spell.
Yeah, it's a special
Yeah.
spell. I could do it
Yeah,
all the
it's-
time.
Yeah, it's the best spell.
All right, so I'm gonna swing my club at this shadow dude.
All right, roll it.
Totally not thinking it's gonna hit at all.
Yep.
All right, so that's 16 plus 4, 20.
20. You swing your club right through Shemshime's torso, and it's like nothing is there.
Awesome.
So he spins in a twirl because he was swinging through, followed through, and just goes wee.
Whee!
So I don't even need to roll damage.
You do not. I'll save you some trouble there.
All right, so even magical damage is not doing anything at this point.
Yeah, because that was like
'Cause
kind of
that's
magical.
totally magical damage.
Or at least it's damage from a magical weapon. I
It's
believe.
magical bludgeoning.
Right.
Yeah, which, for example, there are a variety of things that would resist things from non-magical things, but nope, nothing.
Interesting.
Little Anthony.
All right, little Antony is gonna try and scare him because he
right.
doesn't want to bite him again.
Yep. All right. Interesting.
I'm sure he doesn't
Boom.
taste good.
He goes like swoops down.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to roll me a DC 10 wisdom, or beat that.
Yep.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
I have rolled a 13.
Okay.
Don't forget your
Unscared.
Minus
Oh.
four.
13
minus D4.
minus 4
Yeah.
Minus D4.
is a 12 because I rolled a 1. So
Mm.
yeah. All right.
Unfrightened. Little Antony
Tulipa
takes back to the
floss.
rafters.
Yep.
All right.
Try more psychic damage.
Let's get that
Yeah,
psychic.
I'm going for psychic damage again because that seems like an idea. So I'm gonna go with chill touch. So You need to do the
Chill touch, dude. Psychic or
No, not
necrotic?
chill touch. Sorry, wrong
Yeah,
thing.
chill touch sounds like cold to me.
Yeah,
Or
the mind
necrotic.
sliver. Mind sliver.
Mind
it's
sliver.
intelligence saving throw again.
All
Minus
right.
D4.
He gets a whatever I roll plus a 5 minus a d4. I rolled a 9 plus 5 is 14 minus a d4. I rolled a 3. Maths plus 5
You
minus.
lost.
I lost. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Shemshime is confused by maths and takes a mind sliver. What happens?
5 psychic damage.
Doesn't seem like anything happened.
Damn
Dang
it.
it.
We need to sing at him.
Frittata.
Yeah. We should be singing.
I'm thinking about smashing the book now,
Mm-hmm.
or at the very least closing it.
Or
I'm raging.
finding a
This is-
millstone.
Is there a
This is-
stone around here somewhere? Like, has anyone seen a stone?
It's on the cover of the book. We could throw it at him.
There are
Hang
a
on a second.
variety
Wait,
of
does it detach
statues
in
and
any way?
whatnot. No,
Like-
it's just a pic. It's just an illustration of a.
Mm.
I was
That would be
hoping it was
a millstone.
like
is
a
very
copper
heavy.
embossed-
If there,
Yeah, I was
yeah,
like,
if there was a
it's-
millstone built into the book, that would be very unwieldy.
Well, no, but I was
Um,
hoping like it was like a copper, like
Tiny millstone.
representation of
There
a
were-
millstone that could be
are-
detached.
It's not that, but there are, because you asked, there are a variety of statue and whatnot, especially up on the top floor of Firefly Cellar. We didn't spend as much time there, but there were a bunch of little alcoves. If you scroll up, you might see on the map there's statues in some of them, and even specifically, I think when you very first came in to Candlekeep Library, there was a. No, does it count as a statue? There was like a stone. I'll call it a statue. Yeah, there was a big stone book.
Oh, that's
There was like a book
hanging
in flight.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it's hanging kind of right where Little Anthony's token is, over the balcony.
Oh,
Did I mention that before? I think I mentioned that before.
Mhm.
All right. Well, on my turn, I think what
Probably
I'm gonna
weighs
do,
1,500 pounds.
Yes.
I am going to drop my maul, grab the book, try to slam the book shut, like over
There's
it, like into
the
it.
book. The book closes. Oh, sorry. You're trying to.
I'm
do
trying
what?
to use the book to attack it.
Okay.
Like, slam,
The
push
book-
his head.
slam it shut.
It goes through him like he's not even there.
And snapshot.
The book closes without any issue.
All right. Well, I guess that's my attack. So that's
You're holding the book.
Mhm. Yeah, and
All
like,
right.
there's nothing I could do with the thing from up above anyway. So
Oh.
I'm too angry. to stop.
Shemshime is standing there right in front of you, Frittata. His
Mhm.
attention is on you now that you have touched the book. He's kind of just standing there, hovering like a shadow over the workbench area where you have repaired the book. Though he has basically been completely incorporeal and not taking any damage from the varieties of whips and crossbow bolts and swords and psychic
Books.
mind slivers and books and whatnot, he does seem to still wish you ill intent and have the ability to do so. He is going to cast I think he's going to do another Whispers of Violence. Frittata, you are no longer holding a maul, so you're less exciting to. Well, no, he's still Frittata and Hermione. Another DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. And if you lose, you'll take psychic damage and be compelled to hit each other.
I rolled a 20 on the die.
All right, you
So that's a
overcome
19.
it. I see what you did there. So you overcome the Whispers of Violence and do, Shemshime is like, yes, take the book and beat Hermione with it. And you're like, that's a bad idea. Hermione, how'd you do?
I rolled 14.
That's enough. That's what it takes.
Thank goodness.
14 higher than 13, which is what you needed.
Good.
I don't remember that number.
Shemshime's whispers in your head are just annoying. Hermione, you're next.
Question: how far above us is the book?
So there is a large the book that
The big heavy
Stone.
stone.
Frittata is holding the book right next to you. The big stone heavy book, I don't know, it's probably 15, 20 feet up.
Okay.
Because it's like you're on level 2, and then it is kind of above head height on level 3 is
Okay.
is how I imagine it.
Would you
Sorry, or level, I don't know if you count up or down, but the level
The
above
top
you.
level.
Okay, would
Yeah.
you say it's closer to 15 feet as opposed to 20? Just
Does this
for
matter?
reasons.
I-
Yes.
I would
Reasons?
say it does because he said he estimated 15, maybe 20.
I would
Okay.
say that I'm going to say it's closer to 20, but the balcony for level 3 is much closer, is like 10 feet above you, and then it's 10 feet up from that.
Okay, so question.
Mhm.
If you have a bonus action thing and a bonus action thing, can you have one be an action?
No.
Like
You
Can't
cannot,
do-
unfortunately.
Dang it.
Yeah.
this
Yeah, I
would've been
know.
so cool because I have Manifest Echo, which also has teleport. So I could manifest Echo a thing on the balcony and then teleport and switch places with my Echo. So I
Couldn't
could
you
have been
just
up
jump
there.
up? I mean, you're
Can I
a
jump?
centaur.
Okay.
You're pretty tall.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
thought you were
the-
going to be jumping.
I feel like you're also, I mean,
I don't know what's my vertical. like-
I mean, isn't it pretty high? Because aren't your shoulders like way above where everybody else
Well,
is?
that depends. Are we using the book thing? Because I remember the conversation we had in Slack about how
the height of a centaur.
the height of centaur.
There is.
So-
Oh, yeah, we were mad about that because the height
Yeah,
of a
'cause it
centaur
doesn't
was. They
seem-
said it was like a normal person's height, and I'm like, no, it is not. It is like a normal person plus a horse.
Plus a
You
horse.
know,
No, it's a
Yeah.
half a person.
Well,
plus
half a
horse.
person, plus,
Right.
which is tall, which we all agree is
Mhm.
tall, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be the
At
same
least
height as a
10 foot.
person sitting on a horse.
I mean, I
Which
am
is
also
tall.
quite tall. You could basically just like use me as a
Could we-
springstone.
Okay. If that is something that
If
would
you-
be
That sounds
allowed,
painful.
Yeah, that sounds. I mean, she's all hooves. So,
but I'm very gentle with my hooves.
yeah,
There's
they're
also
all,
a table right
each-
in front of you. If
Oh,
you climb up on this
okay.
table and jump,
Okay. Okay.
Don't
and-
horses weigh like a ton?
Okay, here's the thing. We know that I am agile enough to climb through an attic
Yeah, you've come down
from
a
previous
ladder.
adventures.
Mhm.
And
But
so,
you also fell through the attic.
well, that was a structural concern.
Yeah, didn't you burst through the ceiling of that attic?
Listen,
You're just
I
making a
totally
dramatic
meant to do
entrance.
with that. Yes. So
So
okay.
your question is, can you launch yourself from the floor up onto the table and then like somehow
It's
climb over
it-
/ through the railing of the balcony above you?
right.
jump to it.
I think, let me just say, I don't think it's gonna look super elegant,
I don't care about elegance.
but will you get there?
yes, that
um,
is my question.
I think I think it's gonna require an athletics check.
Okay.
But if I recall, you're really good at those.
Yes, I have a
um,
+6. So
Let me just
Pretty good.
So there's high jump and log jump. This is people love when I have to look up the rules.
yes,
On page
I
182. 182, Tony. 182.
When you make a high jump, you leap into the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier. If you move at least 10 feet on foot before doing that, which I would say there's plenty of room to do. Oh, sorry, that's if you do that. If you're just doing it from standing still, you only jump half as high.
Back up and
Yeah.
take a
Yeah,
running leap.
Yeah.
Just reverse
yeah.
a bit.
Each foot you clear costs you a foot of movement. In some circumstances, your GM might allow you to make a strength check to jump higher than you normally can. Yeah,
Ooh.
do that. Roll a strength. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so what am I rolling?
Roll a d20 plus your athletics or strength modifier, whichever is
Okay.
higher.
Yeah, well, they're both
probably
the same. Yeah.
They're probably the same.
So I rolled the unicorn, which is a 20.
20.
Nice. 26.
All right. In which case, not only are you successful, you get to describe what it looks like because I was going to make it seem real awkward.
So we're going to kind of, I am imagining I'm going to gallop, forward onto the table and then proceed to jump up at the perfect angle to then grab my human hands onto the balcony and swing the horse body under so that I can then
Ooh.
swing back and flip backwards onto the
Woo!
balcony there.
I love
And
that.
there's
Very
just like
majestic.
light shining around, making
Yes.
it look
Mhm.
even more dramatic
Mhm.
and
Yes.
wonderful.
Little Anthony holds up a little card that says 10.
There's
Um,
very quiet fairy clapping from behind a
Mhm.
bookcase.
So
All right. Congratulations,
I
Hermione.
made it to the top.
You are now on the top floor of
Wait a second. You
Firefly
still have
Cellar.
bonus actions, right?
Or was that just movement?
I think
Is that
was
just movement?
I think that was movement.
Fantastic. So what's holding the book thing?
You look up. There's a large statue. I feel nervous calling it a statue. Can someone validate that statues don't have to look like
Stonework?
people? Stonework?
Yeah.
Yeah, statues.
Sculpture.
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 Sculpture. Yes.
That feels much better.
Much better.
Much better. So it's a piece of stonework. It is 12 feet across. So just imagine like a giant book-shaped slab of stone. It weighs. You would guess, Hermione, that it weighs more than 1,000 pounds. It is suspended above the area. It lines up perfectly with the balcony here that also looks down onto the reading room below where you just climbed up from, or no, sorry, not climbed, leapt up from.
Yes.
And you are examining it. It is hanging from the ceiling of Firefly Cellar by 3 sturdy looking chains that connect to the beams and rafters up above.
So probably a crossbow would not work.
I mean, each chain has an armor class and has hit points.
Okay. So yeah.
Chains, just you would know this from life. Chains are immune to poison and psychic damage.
You don't say.
Good to know. Good to know.
That is, I just want to be clear. All chains, not just these.
Yeah.
These are not special chains.
Thanks for the clarification there,
Yeah.
Tony.
What about
Wait, are they
necrotic?
immune to acid?
Chains are not immune to necrotic damage. So
No. Acid specifically.
they're not. They're.
I mean, if you want to sit there
They-
for
they
a
don't like
couple of
that.
days,
Right. So I have a question about the 3 chains. Are they to a central point, or are they 3 separate attachments to the ceiling?
I would say 3 separate attachments. The adventure doesn't specify this, but this is how I imagine it.
Okay. Darn it.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
that
there was a
makes
central
sense.
point, you could just aim
Right.
it
That seems
right.
that seems
Yeah.
like a bad idea. That's I don't know.
True.
I'm not
You want
I
to
don't know.
distribute the weight better.
Yeah.
Than
Yeah.
Just that.
yeah.
because they don't
Wait,
want to.
so if they're attached to 3 separate points, then that also means you're going to have to be careful which one you hit first to bring it down.
you know, Careful is not really. We don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm just
and-
thinking,
some-
like crushed
some
fairy
characters-
for breakfast is not
Well,
great.
I'm just gonna say that this area right in the middle of the reading room here is dangerous now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Or you're about to make it dangerous. All right.
Yeah, we are.
Right. So how far away is from where I'm standing
Mhm,
as a centaur,
mhm.
who is clearly taller? How far away are the chains?
Chains.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine the big giant book stonework sculpture is hanging in the air, kind of slightly above eye height for you. So let's say it's 10 feet up.
Okay.
The chains are on corners of the book, and then they go up to the rafters above.
Okay.
So parts of the chains are only 10 feet away from you.
Okay.
So the farthest part of the chain might be 15 feet away from you.
Okay. Question about 2-handed fighting
Mm-hmm.
things. Is a crossbow considered one of those 2-handed?
I don't think so, unless
Mm.
I think it has to be a light blade.
Yeah, I think it has to be one-handed melee.
It has to be like a sword and a dagger or something.
Okay. So I can't shoot crossbow and do the whip to hit 2 at.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I think there's a special
A
hand
crossbow is
you
also
can
like
get.
a 2-handed weapon, unless you have
Yeah.
a special one-handed.
There's a
crossbow,
special-
So.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah. Do you want? All right, we've covered
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot
just
of
say-
architecture and terrain talk here in the last 10 minutes.
Yes.
Do you have any actions left? Do you want to use one?
Yes, I would like to use my whip to one of the chains.
And I assume your whip has a reach of 10 feet or something.
Yeah.
Excellent. Apparently, I put the chains exactly in whip distance.
Yes.
All right. Roll to whip a chain.
All right. 14 plus 6 is 20.
Just enough. It is hard to whip a chain, but you do it. Roll damage to see if you destroy one of the chains.
3 plus 4 is 7.
All right, one of the chains snaps out of place as you whip at it. The sculpture
There
of
we
the
go.
book like lurches precariously as it is now only held in place by 2 chains instead of 3.
I would like to also, if it acceptable, shout, "Careful down below."
All right.
I
Makes
mean, we
sense.
might have heard, the
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or the
Just
gigantic, me
creaking.
jumping up there. Or
I
anything.
like
But
how
just
you
wanna
shout
make sure
we
that.
saw you jump.
I like how you
After.
shout that after you whip at the sculpture,
Yeah.
unsure of what will happen.
I wanted to make sure before I set the warning,
Mm,
that there would be some issues. In
All
place.
right. Lapis, you're next.
So from my vantage point, can I see what Hermione is doing up there?
Yeah, I would say from where you are, you have a pretty good view that Hermione leapt up on top of the table over the railing and then seemed to attack something above. You basically have a great view of the bottom of the sculpture of the book. And it seems like you saw that Hermione was attacking the sculpture in some way. I don't think, because you're under it, can't see any of the chains that are suspending the statue. Sculpture.
Wouldn't it, with
Statue.
one of
Sculpture.
the chains breaking,
Probably angle.
Tilted.
yeah, wouldn't it be tilted?
Yeah, that sounds like. I think it's going to be with none of them breaking. It would have been impossible. With one of them breaking, and it's kind of made. It's probably like I imagine there's some swaying going on with the sculpture now. I'm going to say it's difficult. You do not have a good view of it. So probably if you were going to do a ranged attack, it would be at disadvantage, unless you were to get closer.
Don't get closer.
I'm gonna get closer.
I will point out there are stairs that lead up here as well.
Yeah, and I
I was
can't.
gonna fly.
Well, you don't need stairs so you can fly.
I can double my speed
'Cause you're
and
tabaxi, you're
not.
very fast.
Yeah, so I can go 60 feet without dashing. So could I get up there?
You could. You're not going to be as close as Hermione, but I just counted that you're about 40 feet from the stairs, and then we'll say it takes you 10 or 15 feet of stair movement, and so let's put you perhaps at the top of the stairs on the top floor.
Okay.
Or you could totally see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or you
Yeah,
have
if
a
it
great,
drops,
definitely
Definitely
straight
be able
view.
to see.
Yeah.
you have
if
a
it-
great
there's-
view. Is that where I was presuming which direction that you actually wanted?
Well, if it
to
drops
move
this
in.
turn, 2 of your friends might also die.
I'm.
But there's still 2 chains.
Yeah.
I mean, I have spell slots, so I can keep them from dying if we're out of combat.
Oh,
so-
perfect.
But, yeah, no problem.
Because I'm a necromancer. and
Lapis
so
is
that's
someone who,
handy.
So Lapis
Love
is
it.
just like I just drop sculptures on people all the time, and then I get
Yeah, right. Like
Right? They're not going to die for real.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
this is how we
Osiris
train at
says it
cleric
is-
school.
Yeah, Osiris says it is not your time. It is
Yeah.
your time to get crushed by sculpture, and you still experience and feel all of
It's
that.
gonna hurt.
But not your
No,
time to die.
It's not gonna hurt.
But you
I
won't die.
This adventure is now about trust. So Lapis, you are on the top floor of Firefly Cellar. You have a great view of a precariously teetering sculpture of a book.
Yep. 14
You fire it. What is this, a crossbow?
crossbow.
The crossbow bolt misses the swinging chains of the sculpture. All right, Polly, you are down in the central floor of
Get
the
out
library.
of here, Polly.
You hear the creaking of chains straining to hold up a large sculpture above you. They didn't used to have to hold.
Mhm. Yeah, I literally like point and say, "Get out of the way."
If I move though, I get he can attack me, right?
Yeah, though so
Atta
far he
boy.
is not.
Can it?
We don't know.
We
He is
It
not.
hasn't
I
done
mean,
any melee attacks, is the thing,
He
and that's
didn't hit
that's
Lapis when Lapis moved.
I wasn't
true.
next to.
Oh,
Hermione.
that's true.
Hermione.
Didn't hit
Um,
me either when I,
Mhm.
galloped past him to leap triumphantly. Up
It's
a
not
thing,
holding a
which may have been
melee
mis-
weapon, and it hasn't made any melee attacks. And I think
Okay.
an opportunity attack usually is
only
you
with
have to have a melee
melee.
weapon. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to use one action to move, like Hermione did, but not jump up. I'm just kind of going to move away from like the open pit center area.
Wise.
Accurate description. Pit.
And I'm going to kind of position myself so I can still see the book statue and like one part of the chain, since now it's like on an angle. And I'm going to use Earth Tremor.
Oh.
What
does
hope
that
that
do?
it shakes.
Is this a spell that's safe to use in a basement?
No. Oh man. Oh no. Are we being safe right now? Like, is this?
When are we ever safe?
I was considering
Lapis
using a
is a
fireball in a
necromancer.
library, so I think we're past the point of safety.
Okay, I could also heal people if things break bad here. So
Question about Earth Tremor: can you center that above you, or do you have to center it on the ground below you?
It's kind of just like, okay, you can cause a tremor in the ground within range.
What's the range?
You're in a cemetery.
We're
Do you
not in a
want
cemetery.
cemeteries?
Cellar. You're in a cellar. So
I'm really upset about the possibility of your cellar being a cemetery, Tony.
I don't have a cellar.
I have
or a
many concerns.
cemetery. I
Many
live on the third floor.
concerns.
No, I will tell. It does look like the tricky thing here is your range is pretty limited with this spell. Because
Okay.
I think it's like basically the area right around you.
But I'm
So
thinking like if you're in an area and you make something like shake, doesn't stuff usually fall from the ceiling?
Yeah, but the range is 10 feet.
So this probably isn't a good idea.
Unless you can climb the stairs and get up close enough to
it shakes Frittata out of the way.
It just shakes everyone out of the way.
No, it would just knock me down and make it harder to get away.
All right, so maybe Earth Tremor isn't the right thing. It would just kind of make everything shake.
I think that's not going to help you a ton here, unfortunately.
Yeah, bummer.
Would knock a lot of books down off shelves, but not not the one book you were very
right. I do also have Mold Earth, which makes me like do things to possibly stone, but I think I could just like write my name in it like graffiti. It's really sad. Okay,
kind of cool, but
let's see. I have a walking speed of 25, so that doesn't even get me to the staircase.
No, you got short legs.
Yeah, and I can't jump.
Cats are fast.
White gnome can't jump. I
You
guess
can still make your way toward the staircase and just use all movement this time, and then next time you'll be up there.
Be ready.
Let's do something a little bit cooler. I have wild shape, so I'm going to turn into a bat.
Has Polly wild shape before?
No, he hasn't. So,
all right.
And he's going to wild shape into a bat, fly up to little Antony, and they are going to high five their little bat hands together.
All right.
Nice.
Love it.
And he's now up there with everybody. So that was
all
at least a fast way to move up to the next level and not get crushed.
All right. Is little Antony going to do anything having exchanged high fives?
I believe high five might have been his action, but
good action.
He might try and attack the chain to help out a little bit.
All right.
I don't think he's going to do much.
He'll flap up there and bite a chain.
Yeah, he's going to go bite a chain.
A little bat just nibbling on it.
Yeah, he's going to do what he can. He does. Let's see, 10.
He's just kind of chewing in that chain, but it is not. It doesn't look like anything.
I think he chips a little tooth, and
I was gonna say that may be bad for his little fangs. But
he loses 1 hit point.
Well, but he transformed into a bat, so when he transforms back, like he'll
be fine. His teeth will be fine.
All right. Talipa Floss, you are still on the main level of Firefly Cellar. You're in flight because you, I think, always are.
Pretty much. I just hover. Well, from here, would it be possible for me to hit a chain with a firebolt, or would I need to move to hit the chain with a firebolt?
I think from exactly where your character is, no, but within range of your movement is probably somewhere that you can move.
Yeah, because I've got 30 feet of movement, and I figure I can probably hop upstairs.
You could just fly up the staircase right where you are, and then have a perfect shot at it from behind.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, so you whiz up the staircase and line up a perfect firebolt shot.
Yeah, I'm hovering on top of the bookcase for clarity.
Perfect.
Lining up a firebolt shot. which I get 19 to hit.
19 is the armor class of a chain.
Nice.
Roll damage to see if the chain is destroyed or not.
9 damage.
The chain melts from your firebolt. The book sculpture is now precariously swinging by one chain. The rafters of Firefly Cellar are making all kinds of kind of. Can architecture be anxious? Anxious creaking noises. Sounds a little bit like you're in the hull of a ship at this point. All set?
Yeah. I mean, I've got a dagger which I can wave menacingly at the chains.
Intimidate.
The
Roll
sculpture-
intimidation.
The
for
sculpture may or may not be intimidated.
And I am also, just before I finish my turn, going to shout, "Frittata, move!"
Yeah.
in a very desperate tone because I'm scared about my friend.
Frittata, Shemshime, the horrible shadow ghost, nightmare spirit, hovers before you, glaring at you with two little red dot eyes. Perhaps or perhaps not aware of what is going on above you all.
All right. Well, I would like to point out that I am tall even for a Goliath. I am just over 8 feet tall. So I am going to basically just, I don't know, ignore the shadow. I'm going to climb up on this table. I'm going to step up on this table because let's face it, I can basically just step up on it like a stepping stone and then reach up my hands, not even all that far, to the balcony railing, pull myself up.
Just do a gentle pull up. Yeah.
Yep. Next to Hermione.
I will tell you now, Shemshime has been fixated on you because you were carrying the book, and Shemshime is going to take a swipe at you as you go. But I'm still baned.
I was gonna say, don't forget.
This is the one I wrote it down on a little card in front of me because I always forget Bane. I have rolled a 2. 2
That's
plus
good.
5
That's
is
gonna do some damage.
7.
Yeah.
7 minus a d4. I only rolled a 1 is a 6 to hit the Goliath barbarian.
Who is casually climbing past. I don't even need to use my stone's endurance or anything.
You would have taken some psychic damage as Shemshime's shadowy claws lashed out at you, and Shemshime whispers like, "Come back here." But you are now, it sounds like you have climbed up onto the upper level of the balcony.
I'm on my way back. And then I'm going to basically just leap right on top of that book.
Nice.
I would like to also point out that I weigh 320 pounds.
All right. Give me a quick athletics check to leap onto the book statue that is, sorry. I'm so mad.
Sculpture.
Give me a quick athletics check to leap onto the book sculpture that is swinging back and forth precariously by one chain, and that, if you were to guess, probably could not hold more than another 200 pounds.
16.
All right. Frittata just launches herself, and I imagine, Frittata, tell me if I'm imagining this incorrectly, that you basically just place yourself on the open pages of the book.
It's like Superman style.
Yeah, the chains creak, and then the whole thing crashes down, destroying the reading room below, crushing Shemshime into nothing. All of you rush to the railing and look down. The book sculpture is still relatively intact. Frittata is just like there, kind of clinging to the stone pages. On the sculpture, you now have a good view of the top of the sculpture, which you've never seen before, but written in giant letters, it just says inside on the pages of the book, "Be curious." And Shemshime is no more.
Yay!
Do you think they're gonna let us stay in the library?
They might make
need
us
to
stay
check where the
somewhere else.
blood came from.
After a couple minutes, the rest of the Avowed pop their heads out of the basement. Varnir is there. Katella is there, looking a little bit sheepish about that whole thing where she freaked out and tried to, attack people. Ebdur has regained consciousness and is, not doing great, sitting there, kind of holding his grandchild Galeby, and Crinkle the Kenku emerges with a very dramatic looking bandages all over her head, as applied by Varnir. Varnir seems satisfied that the curse has been lifted because, as you all notice, there's a moment of quiet where, for the first time in perhaps hours, there is no song,
No,
there
thank
is no
goodness.
rhythm, there is no words that you feel compelled to say. It's just the peaceful, quiet sounds of the library, the occasional, maybe little buzzing noises of the fireflies and the lanterns. And the avowed suggests that you find somewhere else to stay tonight.
Well, can you get them to open the door?
And they
Or
open the
first
door and let you out.
Oh, good.
You are, they do, there was the whole thing where you were sealed in the cellar against your will, and so you are given by Varnir a bag of holding as a reward slash enticement to not to tell too many people the specifics about this story.
Could I also maybe get a new mall because I just destroyed mine with this statue?
Yes, and you are
sculpture.
you are retrofitted with a working maul. They give you a note of credit at the local blacksmith who will repair your maul for you.
Nice.
And you have completed Shemshime's bedtime rhyme. The book, now that it's been repaired, can be put back on the shelves.
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that I don't think this should be in circulation.
It should probably be in one of the forbidden libraries under lock and key.
Agreed.
But they still keep those things. All that is left is for me to thank our players for playing the adventure Shemshime's bedtime rhyme. Tiff Arment, thank you for being here.
Thanks. I'm happy to join you guys, and it was fun being a bat. Also,
Kathy Campbell.
I'm really.
Nope, you go. Sorry.
Are you gonna fit it?
Yeah, you're gonna say something. I rudely interrupted, then I uninterrupted.
No, I'm really glad that we completed the CBS curse book situation.
Yep. Mischief managed. Kathy Campbell, thank you for being here the day after your birthday.
Thank you, Tony, for having me and letting my centaur do fantastic things.
You are the centaur of attention.
Yes.
Rosemary Orchard, thank you for coming back to Total Party Kill.
Thank you very much. And I'm glad that the unicorn wasn't too full of sushi to join us.
Erica Ensign, we always play D&D, but now we played more D&D.
We sure have. That was one of the more epic endings, I think. Jumping on a giant piece of stone and crashing and messing up a bunch of things is the perfect way for a Goliath barbarian to finish things off. Thank you.
Yes.
And
Excellently done.
Last but not least, Aline Sims, thank you for being here.
I want a video montage of that, starting with Hermione leaping up and ending with Frittata crashing to the table. I'm gonna go listen to a bunch of different music now.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Listeners, thank you for listening. We will be back next time with Shemshime. Nope, sorry, Shemshime is dead. We'll be back next time with Total Party Kill Candlekeep, The Price of Beauty, an adventure where people go to a spa and everything's fine.
Great.
Live stream / bootleg. Thank you for listening. We'll be back sometime soon. I'm going to stop all the recordings now.
Yay.
Yay.
And